ladies and gentlemen. Let's meet the starting lineups. Introducing first the Purple Knights of the University of Bridgeport. At guard, wearing number 1, Sam Joseph. Also at guard, wearing number 12, Devon Trumbo. Also at guard, wearing number 22, Carlos De Jesus. At forward, wearing number 11, Mark Gamble. And also at forward, wearing number 13, Kyle Benjamin. Head coach of the Purple Knights is Mike Grant. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your Red Hawks. At guard, he's a sophomore, standing 6'3" from Ponte Verde, Florida, wearing number 3, Quinn Carey. Also at guard, he's a sophomore, standing 5'11", from the densely populated area of Jamestown, New York, wearing number 12, Zach Canibiaco. And forward, he's a junior, standing 6'4", from Brooklyn, New York, wearing number 2, Manny Joseph. And forward, he's a senior, standing 6'4", from Glen Burnie, Maryland, wearing number 5, Devon Jackson. And the man in the middle at center, junior, standing 6'5", from Co-Host, New York, wearing number 32, Malik Dare. And the rest of your Red Hawks. Head coach of the Red Hawks is Mr. Rob McCoy, assisted by Mark Slotchus, Herb Alexander, and Elite Bland. Ladies and gentlemen, fired up. It's time for some basketball. Are you ready?
Welcome everybody here to the Valor Athletic Center for today's ECC basketball matchup. The University of Bridgeport Purple Knights here in Rochester taking on the Roberts Wesleyan College Red Hawks. Hello everyone, I'm Steve Hollings alongside Michelina Frisch for tonight's basketball matchup. Coming into today's game, the Purple Knights 11-9 on the year, 7-4 in the conference. That's 5th out of 10 teams in the conference. Roberts Wesleyan 2-18 on the year, 1-9 in the conference, or excuse me, 1-10 in the conference standings. That's second to last in the conference standings. Tipping off will be Malik Dare against Kyle Benjamin. Benjamin wins the tip for the Purple Knights. Pass up and around the arc. Now to the near side. Red Hawks almost able to take that one away, but the Purple Knights score first. It's 2-0. Dare has to scoop it back up. He misses there. The putback, that's no good as well. Rebounded by Benjamin. Benjamin, the second in the conference in rebounds per game with 10.4. Showing his height there. The put up by Benjamin is good. Basically sets that right in, and it's 4-0. Just over a minute into the game. A long pass up over Panabianco's head and out of bounds. Pass from Devon Jackson. Here across midcourt is Strumbo. Now passed out and around to De Jesus. Right through the hands of Campbell. Red Hawks able to take bench, just not dressed. Also, a couple players that we didn't see last game at all, including Tristan Brown and DJ Roberts. Brown had a concussion. He has been cleared due to protocol, but that was just before the game, so he hasn't been into practice. Three-pointer by Zach Panabianco. Brings Redhawks back to within 1. It's 4-3 Bridgeport. But Tristan Brown, he was out for a concussion. He's been cleared. He hasn't been into practice, so he's not playing today. Answered three-pointer by Mark Campbell. Knights now lead 7-3. About 17 and a half minutes still remaining here in the first half. Other player not playing today is DJ Roberts. Roberts has been ill. He was not even on the bench the last game. He is sitting on the bench this game, sporting the vintage Hanson blazer with the hat on over there. So in good spirits is Roberts, though not able to play today. Passes right into Carey, up to Darren, now to Joseph. Looked like he was going to have a screen from Jackson. Jackson sends that one across the floor. Carey with a contested shot. That's no good. Gets his own rebound, though. He goes through the paint looking for Jackson, though Jackson was moving towards the basket. Luckily, the Redhawks keep it. Carey now for 3 on the far side, and he knocks it down. Knights lead 7-6. 17 minutes to go here in the first. Carey with a 3. Panabianco with a 3. Passes up top now into the paint. Jump shot is missed. Rebounded by Jackson. Handoff Panabianco. He brings it up across midcourt. Slowing things down, picks up his dribble, and up top to Jackson. Coming up is Dare. Dare dribbles here to the near side, hands it right off to Joseph. Looks for the pick. Goes in towards the basket. Contested shot off the glass is good. And the Redhawks lead now, 8-7. 16 and a half minutes to go here in the first. Up across midcourt, Trumbo setting up the play to the near side to DeJesus. DeJesus back up top. Around, there's the pass to the elbow, out to Benjamin. A jump shot from the short corner is no good. Good box out by Jackson, and he gets the rebound as well. Panabianco flips it out. Joseph to the right side of the key, and drawing the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Second team foul for the Purple Knights, and the first on Sam Joseph.
Team foul number 2. 2 shots at the line.
Two shots for the Brooklyn native. First is good. Second is good as well, and the Redhawks lead 10-7, 16:03 here to go in the first. Trumbo brings it up the court, passes it out to Campbell. Joseph back to DeJesus. DeJesus sends it underneath the basket, and a block. Redhawks got a hand on the ball. Benjamin went up with it. Jump stop, pass out to Dare, handoff pass to Carey. Carey being guarded very tightly by Devon Trumbo. Now Joseph, he drives, goes towards the basket, has to weave between a few players, but he gets it to go.
That was a very nice play there. It's very impressive.
Redhawks on top 12-7, 15 and a half minutes to play here in the first. Pass over to DeJesus, now down to the short corner, back up top. Wide open is Trumbo. He misses on the left side of the rim. Panabianco up across the timeline. Down to Jackson, just outside the block. He's backing down. And the rebound from Benjamin. Into the corner. And splashing it home to DeJesus. DeJesus now brings the Knights back within 2. It's 12-10. DeJesus hitting that 3, his first of the game. He's the 5th in the conference in three-point shooting percentage at 43.3%. And a foul away from the ball on Devon Trumbo. That's the team 3rd and the first for Trumbo, bringing us to a timeout. 14:47 to go here in the first. Redhawks on top 12-10 over Bridgeport. You're watching Roberts Wesleyan basketball on RWCSN.
Bill Gray's is serving up fresh food that's made to order and just for you. Voted Rochester's best burger and fish fry, we're the hometown favorite that will make you say, "Gimme, gimme, gimme, feel great."
So the Redhawks are on top 12-10 over the Bridgeport Purple Knights. Again, the Purple Knights at 5th in the conference standings and the Redhawks sitting in 9 out of 10. District of Columbia sits at 4th and just above Bridgeport, who the Redhawks took to overtime in the last game on Wednesday, just 2 days ago. So we know the Redhawks can't compete, and a majority of the Redhawks' losses aren't by very large of a deficit. Usually it's about 8 or 9 points, but even then, it's a close game up until the last few minutes. Redhawks just can't seem to put together a win when it comes down to it, though they have one conference win, which is just good enough to sit above the last place spot in the conference standings. Pass out now into the corner, the fake shot and a travel. Mark Campbell taking a couple too many steps. Devon Jackson, the inbounds passer. And gave us right back to him up the court. Now across the timeline. Dare to Joseph. Joseph being guarded like glue by Sam Joseph. Joseph on Joseph. Passes to Carey, 10 seconds on the shot clock, and Manny Joseph with a good back door off the glass. Redhawks on top, 14-10. 14 minutes to go here in the first. Trumbo across the timeline. He goes right to the high post, and now back out, back to Trumbo and around. DeJesus drives, and a blocking foul on Devon Jackson. That's the team's first foul, and the first for Jackson as well. A couple of substitutions for Bridgeport. Sharif Cobb and Montana Mayfield. Substitution for the Redhawks as well. Darren Dixon comes in for Jackson. Cobb passes over to DeJesus, now down to Benjamin, back up top to Cobb. Cobb pulls up for 3. That's good. Knights now trail by 1, 14-13. 13 and a half minutes to play here in the first. Manny Joseph working on DeJesus. Comes across the timeline, passes to Dixon, now around to Carey. Carey pulls up a contested 3, and he gets that to go. Montana couldn't have been any tighter on it.
If he gets going on those, he can definitely sink them. Quinn Carey loves to shoot those 3-point shots.
That's Carey's second 3-pointer of the game. Passes down to Benjamin in the short corner. He brings it back out to the corner. Pass across the baseline, wide open to Jesus. He misses this 3. And the Redhawks with the board. Pass up across the timeline. Panabianco brings it back out beyond the arc to the block. Malik Dare too strong on the reverse lay-in. Here towards the corner. Pass to the short corner. And Campbell, creating contact, draws a foul, and the bucket is good. Dare's the one charged with the foul, his first, team second. Redhawks on top 17-15, pending the free throw. Free throw is missed, Dare with the board. Panabianco. Dribbling on DeJesus. Pull-up jumper from just beyond the block. Redhawks with the offensive board and a foul. That's a foul on Bridgeport, team 4th. And the first for Montana Mayfield. Not a shooting foul. Redhawks will have it under their own basket. Panabianco lofts it in to Dare. And they'll hand it off to Joseph to reset the offense. Joseph being guarded tightly by Sharif Cobb. Pass to Carey. Carey pull-up jumper.
Carey on the try.
And this is something we've been seeing from Carey the past few games. Typically, he's a three-point shooter, and we were talking about this last game, Nicolino, where it's not very often that Carey will step into a shot inside of the paint for a jump shot, and there we even see something a little bit different than a long two, but that was a drive towards the basket and almost a running jump shot from outside of the block.
I know, that really shows his versatility there. Like you said, he definitely likes to shoot the three-point shots, but because the Purple Knights, they're showing, and they're playing such close defense on them, there's no chance for a three-point shot there. So that was a really good play there by Quinn Carey.
Number 22, Carlos De Jesus, second personal team foul.
Carey trying to answer back the three-pointer, driving to the lane, count the basket, and he'll have a chance to try to complete the three-point play, but timeout. Red Hawks on top 21-18, pending the free throw, and we're back 11:49 to go here in the first.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what if I told you there's a decision? And I made one, you see. Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
Red Hawks on top 21-18, 11:49 to go here in the first. And Red Hawks playing well here. Purple Knights coming into this game off a loss to Damon 82-73. Red Hawks coming in off a loss as well. That was in an overtime loss to the District of Columbia. One free throw coming up for Panabianco. He misses it. Trumbo advancing up the court. Cobb passes it back up. Now Cobb drives. Fouled on the shot. Third team foul on the Red Hawks. First team foul, or excuse me, first personal foul on Joseph. Two shots for Cobb. The Harlem native hits the first. And knocks down the second. Red Hawks lead 21-20, 11:30 to go here in the first. Panabianco up across the timeline. Dixon flashes down towards the block. Coming up is Joseph to receive the pass. Back to Panabianco. Joseph again. And boy, this Bridgeport defense is not giving the Red Hawks any space, even up to the half-court line. It causes Panabianco to shoot up a long three, and he misses there. Good move by Trumbo to knock down the jumper. Purple Knights take back the lead, 22-21 now. Panabianco takes the pass back to Joseph. Passes it out from the free throw line. Jump shot from the elbow. Darren Dixon with a good jumper. That's his first point of the game, or first points rather. Red Hawks lead now 23-22. Pass to the high post, back out. Cobb pulls up for three, splashes it. Knights lead 25-23, 10.5 minutes to go here in the first. Panabianco across the court to Joseph. Offensive foul called on Malik Dare. Dare went to create some space and caught the defender with the elbow.
Davon Jackson's going to be coming back in for the Red Hawks.
Jackson will come in for Dare after that foul. And Jackson was a player that seemed to play very tough in that game against the District of Columbia as well. We were talking about it last game, Michelina, where Dare Jackson, he was just very tough on the boards. There was times, actually like 2 consecutive possessions where they had 4 opportunities because
Yep.
Jackson was hauling in the rebounds on his own shots under the basket.
Yep, absolutely.
Panabianco fouled the reach in on Montana Mayfield. That's the team's 6th. And the second on Mayfield. 9:46 to play here in the first. Red Hawks are one Purple Knights foul out of going in the bonus.
Roberts basketball.
Carlos De Jesus is coming back in for the Purple Knights.
Passes into Carey, shot right off, and he hits it. Quinn Carey gives the Red Hawks back the lead, 26-25.
He's getting on a roll.
That is 3 for Carey, and he has 11 points. Kick ball on Manny Joseph. Passes right back to De Jesus, across the court to Cobb. Cobb drives, picks up his dribble, and back up top. Trumbo, a quick pass to Campbell, and stripped away by Panabianco. Panabianco finds Joseph. Joseph right to Jackson at the block, puts it on the
Traveling violation.
on the hardwood, but a travel.
Bridgeport basketball.
So 9:05 to play here in the first. Red Hawks holding on to a 26-25 lead. Passes to the high post. Campbell shoots it back out to De Jesus. He thinks about the 3, but can't create the space. Now Benjamin trying to back down Carey on the mismatch. Passes out. Cobb, jump shot off the glass. That's good. Purple Knights lead 27-26. Joseph brings it up the floor. Here to the near side to Panabianco. Panabianco with a spin move inside the paint. Shot doesn't go anywhere near, but a nice tip. I'm not sure if that was Panabianco or Jackson that had the tip. De Jesus with a nice step in. Just can't hit the jump shot, and a Purple Knights foul.
Foul called on number 11, Mark Campbell. First personal, team foul number 7.
That was going to be a Mark Campbell. It's going to be his first personal, the team's 7th.
So a 1-and-1 coming up for the Red Hawks. Manny Joseph will be the shooter in a substitution.
Manny Joseph to
Brandon Stevens is coming back in for the Red Hawks.
Brandon Stevens, a player that we saw at the end of the last game against the District of Columbia. He doesn't see a lot of playing time, but he is a very good shooter. When you have shooters like Panabianco and Carey, though,
It's tough to see playing time.
sometimes it is. Well, the Red Hawks are a very guard-heavy team. Brandon Stevens, though Carey and Panabianco are great shooters, and even Joseph is a good shooter with a jump shot. Stevens has a nice quick release as well. Passes over here on the near side to Cobb, into the corner. Now to Benjamin at the block. Jump shot from just outside the paint, that's no good. Carey with a nice board. Panabianco receives the pass up across the timeline. Over to Carey. Carey, a quick shot. And that's good. Quinn Carey now, 4 threes. 14 points for Carey. Now, when I was looking through the stats in my prep, and I was going through the conference leaders in statistics, a nice slam home from Benjamin. I was looking at the three-point shooting percentage, and I mentioned a little bit earlier in our broadcast that De Jesus for the Purple Knights is has the fifth highest three-point field goal percentage in the conference. And I expected to see Panabianco or Carey on that list, but they weren't, unfortunately. So though Carey has been the three-point man of the day so far, De Jesus shoots better than Carey does from beyond the arc on the season.
And that's saying something.
Absolutely. Sam Joseph may have gotten away with a travel on that.
Advanced Bridgeport
Looked like he was
basketball.
going to try to do a jump step, and he
We have
did,
a
but he
media
took
timeout.
another step or two after. Either way, ball bounce, and we'll have a timeout.
On the court,
32-29,
we
Red
will
Hawks
have
lead.
private financial
6:53 to go here in the first. We'll be right back here on RWCSN.
Sarah.
Honey, I made you lunch.
That's my mom. Same lunch every day. No, that's perfect lunch.
Salvatores.com.
Financial, put faith in the driver's seat of your finances.
Well, the Red Hawks still with a 3-point lead, 32-29. This game going very back and forth.
Again, that number is 293-7303.
Number 13 for the Purple Knights, Kyle Benjamin. He has a 4-inch height advantage over anyone else on the floor, and I thought right off the bat they were going to try to feed him the ball a lot and see if they could get him to get some easy points down there, but it hasn't happened so far, so I'm going to be interested to see if that happens throughout the rest of the game.
No, you're absolutely right. They've passed it down to him in the short corner, but the Red Hawks have done a good job at guarding him and not allowing him to get a good shot off. He had that slam that we saw, and another one where he basically just laid it right in the basket, but Benjamin has not been a scoring factor against the Red Hawks so far. And that's a nice jump shot from Devon Trumbo. Red Hawks still lead, though, by one. It's 32-31, 6.5 minutes to go here in the first. Jackson up top, looking for Carey. He gets it to him, sets up for the screen, and around to Brandon Stevens. Panabianco, underhand lay-in, that's no good. Another offensive board. How about Quinn Carey on the rebounds today? He's had a number of offensive rebounds.
He has. He's getting in there. He's playing down low, too.
Trumbo sets it back up to Cobb and around to DeJesus. Back to Trumbo. Cobb on the near side across the court. Joseph with the three-pointer. That's good, and the Knights lead by 2 now, 34-32. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first. Now remember, a few players for the Red Hawks are out. 3 players who generally see a lot of playing time in Tristan Brown, DJ Roberts, and Isaiah Lewis. Bounce pass out to Joseph. This three-pointer is no good. And the Purple Knights come away with this one. And there's another slam by Kyle Benjamin, and a Red Hawks timeout. Purple Knights on top 36-32, 5:22 to go here in the first. We'll keep it here. But of those players, 2 of them are technically due to injury. In Isaiah Lewis, he injured his knee against the District of Columbia on Wednesday. And he's not dressed, though he's on the bench. And then also Tristan Brown. He was a injury scratch, but he was cleared just before the game on a concussion. Cleared for that now, but hasn't been at practice, so he's not playing today. And again, DJ Roberts, I mentioned a little bit earlier, he wasn't even on the bench for the District of Columbia game on Wednesday due to illness. He is here today feeling a little bit better, but not ready to play. And it's not just something that has affected the men's basketball team here at Roberts Wesleyan, but if you watched any of the women's game at all as well, Sarah Nady, she was sick today, and she tried to get on the floor for just a couple minutes, but it basically took everything out of her from what Coach Gary Andrews told us in the postgame interview.
Sam Joseph for 3.
Joseph knocks down another 3, and the Purple Knights now with their largest lead of the game, 39-32. Panabianco loses this one on the dribble. Joseph makes a move to the basket. A tough shot for him. Off to Panabianco, back to Carey. Carey trying to create some space. He misses on a long three, rebounded by Benjamin. Joseph up to Cobb. Cobb floats it into Benjamin, trying to work on Dare, and the jump shot is good. Benjamin had a little bit of space there, and he's able to knock that one down. Benjamin now with 8 points. 4 minutes to go here in the first. Purple Knights lead by 9. It's 41-32. Panabianco almost loses it. Dare passes to Joseph. He goes towards the basket. Jump step is no good. Rebounded by Benjamin. Long pass up, Cobb. Cobb across the court to Jesus. Joseph with a good job of getting out with it. Trumbo misses from 3. Panabianco towards the far side to Dixon. Back up to Panabianco. Carries at the top. Now coming up is Dare. Dare dribbles towards the near side. Passes up. Dixon picks up his dribble. Little toss out to Panabianco. Pump fake, and then the 3. That's no good. Another offensive board for the Red Hawks. And they'll stop the clock to get the shot clock back to 6. They'll say that shot didn't hit the rim. So they'll actually put 7 seconds on the shot clock.
We have a media timeout.
But we'll have another media timeout. 3:15 to go here in the first half. Red Hawks trailing by 9 here in RWCSN.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what if I told you there's a decision? And I made one, you see. Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
So the shot clock did get reset, then they put it to 6 seconds. They stop it, then they put it to 6 seconds, and now after the timeout, it has 8 seconds on it. We got to figure it out, though. That one definitely hits the rim. Loose ball picked up by the Purple Knights. Joseph to the basket, fouled. And he'll shoot 2 in a moment. First foul against Darren Dixon, team 5th.
Darren Dixon, first personal.
3:02 to go here in the first.
2 shots in the line for Sam Joseph.
Junior misses the first. Second is good, and the Purple Knights lead by 10. That's the first double-digit lead by either team in the game. Panabianco loses this one on the dribble. Purple Knights now lead 44-32. 2:45 to go here in the first, and the Red Hawks are allowing the Purple Knights here to get on a little bit of a run. Red Hawks did lead 32-29. Nice block by Dare to get the Red Hawks a second chance opportunity. Purple Knights foul, but I believe the shot is waved off.
Foul called on number 13, Kyle Benjamin, first personal. Team foul number 8, 1-1.
It's Benjamin on the foul, his first, team 8th. So shot was waved off. The Redhawks in the bonus, a 1-1 for Quinn Carey. Front end is good.
Quinn Carey's having a very good first half. He has 14 points already. We'll see if we can make it 15 here.
Misses it, and right through the hands of Darren Dixon. A traveling violation. Redhawks will get the ball back.
Traveling violation. Roberts basketball.
That one free throw ended a 15-0 scoring run by the Purple Knights. Passes in to Dare. Dare hands it off to Joseph. Back out to Carey on the far side, now Panabianco. Pump fake, jump shot is missed. Benjamin with the rebound. Cobb looking up the floor. He finds DeJesus. DeJesus skips across the court into the near side corner. Joseph back up. Cobb now down around DeJesus. Back out. 3-point, no good.
Knights are really trying to beat the Redhawks man-to-man, the zone defense there by passing the ball around. They just couldn't finish on that last possession.
Joseph will reset for the Redhawks. 11 seconds on the shot clock, though. Pass up top to Dixon. He drives. And good.
Dixon on the drive.
Redhawks back to within a single-digit deficit. 44-35. 1:20 to go here in the first. Pass on the near side to Joseph. Up to the high post, up and around. DeJesus sends it back up top to Cobb. Back to DeJesus on the three. Misses off the back of the rim, and the height advantage showing on the rebound, and another slam dunk by Kyle Benjamin. Purple Knights lead back by 11, 46-35, under a minute to go here in the first. Joseph fakes one way, loses the ball on the dribble. It's out of bounds, knocked out of his hand. Substitution for the Redhawks. Devon Jackson comes back in for Malik Dare. 21 seconds remain on the shot clock, 53.6 seconds on the game clock here in the first half. Joseph gets it into Jackson. Jackson hands it back off to Joseph. He drives, baseline, spin move, jump shot. Tip is no good. Rebounded by DeJesus. Pushes up to Cobb. Cobb dribbles through the paint, sends it out. Joseph penetrates, dishes it back out. Cobb pulls up for three, misses. Joseph with the rebound. 33 seconds to play here in the first half. Whistle stops play on the timeout.
The Knights are still playing very aggressively on the defense there. Zach Panabianco, he also almost had the ball stripped from him right there, and he looked almost a little frustrated. I would be too if I had someone guarding me that closely the whole game, every possession.
Yeah, this Purple Knights defense is sticking on everybody like glue, and the Red Hawks, their big advantage, or I'd say their deadliest threat on offense is the three ball. And the Purple Knights are not giving them any space. It doesn't matter if they're on the arc or if they're 15 feet off the arc. It doesn't matter if they're at half court. They're guarding them tightly. And the Purple Knights, I wonder if it'll tire them out here in the second half. But playing very, very good man-to-man defense. So 24 seconds on the shot clock, 27.6 seconds on the game clock here in the first half. Redhawks trailing by 11, 46-35. Darren Dixon, the inbounds passer, gets it into Joseph. Joseph passes up to Panabianco. Now across the timeline. Brings it here towards the near side. Coming up is Carey, but again, being guarded so tightly by Trumbo. That play is designed specifically for Carey to roll off the screen and to hit a quick three, and he has a quick shot. Even on that, he couldn't get it off, but does draw a foul. 1-1 coming up. Brings it back to a 10-point game, 46-36. Second is good as well. 12.2 seconds to go here before halftime. Trumbo brings it up across midcourt and a quick timeout.
30-second timeout.
Stops the clock at 10.4 seconds here in the first half. Purple Knights on top, 46-37. Want to remind you to stay up to date for everything Roberts Wesleyan athletics. Follow us on Twitter at RWC Redhawks, Facebook.com/RWC Redhawks, or on our website, athletics.roberts.edu, which you very likely could have visited in order to get to our stream here tonight. But if you ever miss the game or miss the stream, if it's an away game, can't make it out to that, you can always find post-game wrap-ups to get the most information on your Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks at our website. 7 seconds on the game clock. DeJesus picks up his dribble. And Joseph fouled hard by Devon Jackson, stopping the clock with 1.3 seconds.
Foul going on number 5, Devon Jackson. Second person.
Coach Rob McCoy furious with Jackson. That's Jackson's second. 2 shots for Sam Joseph. First is good. And again, another 10-point lead for the Purple Knights. Second is missed, and time expires here for the first half. Halftime score, 47-37. Purple Knights leading the Redhawks. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the start of the second half. You're watching Roberts Wesleyan basketball here on RWCSN.
Sports have evolved over the years. Back then, our helmets were leather. Not everyone was encouraged to play. We only drank what they gave us. Our socks were high and our shorts were short. Our masks were terrifying. We wore fur. We searched for an edge. Sometimes that meant stickum. Other times, that meant voodoo. We went big, really big. It was business up front and party in the back. And we didn't have a nutrition plan.
That was then. This is now. Athletes have evolved. We are today's athlete. We are focused. We push ourselves further. We're all players now. We have no off-season. We demand better, and we're obsessed with what we put in our bodies. Sports have evolved. So has the sports drink. Upgrade your game. Upgrade to body armor.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what does better look like? Any counselor can discuss the mind-numbing effects of depression, but I have a confession. A better counselor can look past the message and give a lost soul direction. Any nurse can scan and study an EKG, but a better nurse is one that can break the chains of a patient's anxiety. Any businessman can learn the secret to increase revenue, but a better one is giving back to spur a community to pull through. Any educator can teach to pass a test, but a better one is those challenging the struggling without neglecting the rest. Any lawyer can process the papers to finalize a foreclosure, but a better one is finding the solution to help the client to start over. Any doctor can fill out a prescription, but a better one helps their patient see beyond their affliction. Any athlete is driven by competition, but a better one encourages no matter their position. Any pastor can plan a church event, but a better one reminds their church that God is present. Any artist strives for perfection, but a better one inspires through creativity, divine connection. But what if I had a suggestion? One that begs the question that settling just for any isn't an option. But what if I told you there's a decision, and I made one, you see? Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
Back here at the Valor Athletic Center for the second half. The Purple Knights of Bridgeport on top of the Roberts Wesleyan Redhawks, 47-37 after halftime. Redhawks have it first here in the second half, and a foul called just 12 seconds in. Purple Knights foul on Kyle Benjamin, his second, team first.
His second team foul number
And let's
1.
look at some first half stats. Leading scorer for the Bridgeport Purple Knights with
Sharif
14. Yep, Sharif Cobb. And Cobb came off the bench as well. First free throw is good from Jackson. For the Redhawks, leading scorer was Quinn Carey with 17 points. He was 4 for 7 from the from the three-point arc. Also 3 for 4 from the foul line. Jackson hits the second as well, and the Redhawks trail 47-39. Jump shot is no good, off the hands of Bridgeport and out of bounds. Redhawks with it. Passes into Joseph. Joseph brings it up across the timeline. Jackson to Dare, now to Panabianco. Down in the short corner, Joseph working on Trumbo, and there's a foul on Joseph,
second personal, team foul
saying he pushed off. That would be Joseph's second foul, and the team's first. One foul for each team within the first minute of the second half. Passes over to Joseph, now to Trumbo, back out. Campbell drives, underhand scoop, that's good. Purple Knights lead again by 10, 49-39. Joseph dishes out, Carey. And Carey picks up right where he left off, his 5th 3 of the game.
Quinn Carey.
Carey now with 20 points. Purple Knights lead 49-42. 18 and a half minutes to go here in the game. The pass was tipped by the Redhawks and out of bounds, so the Purple Knights keep it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Carey got his hand on it, and he gets the takeaway. Joseph brings it up across the floor. Jump shot, that's good. Redhawks trail by 5, 49-44.
So Quinn Carey playing on both ends of the basketball court there, offensively and defensively.
And a timeout by the Purple Knights as Jackson diving on the ball to try to get it, but the Purple Knights call the timeout. Stops the clock at 18:05 here to go in the game. Redhawks still trailing by 5, 49-44. We'll be right back here on RWCSN.
Honey, I made you lunch.
That's my mom. Same lunch every day. No, that's perfect lunch.
Salvatars.com
Passes into Trumbo as we're back in action here at the Valor Athletics Center. DeJesus back up top to Trumbo and around to Joseph. Now to Benjamin at the high post. He drives on the right side of the key, hands it off. Sends it back out up top. Joseph, jump step, back out to Trumbo. 6 seconds on the shot clock. DeJesus back up top. Trumbo with the jump shot inside the paint. That's no good. Roberts Wesleyan saves it. That's Manny Joseph with a nice save along the baseline. Red Hawks have it. They'll bring it up here. Joseph sends it down underneath to Dare, and he can't get the roll, but a foul. Second team foul on the Purple Knights.
Foul on number 13, Kyle Benjamin.
And the third on Kyle Benjamin. That's a big foul for the Red Hawks. So if they can get Kyle Benjamin off the floor, that's a big scoring threat. Not only a big scoring threat, but a distributor as well. He'll stay on the floor, though, and the substitution will actually be for Mark Campbell. Coming in, Sharif Cobb, their leading scorer. Rebounded by Benjamin. 17.5 minutes here to play. Purple Knights on top, 49-44. Trumbo sets up the offense as he passes right now along into the corner. Jesus misses. Loose ball. Joseph picks it out, sends it back out to DeJesus. This time he does hit the three.
3-point bucket is good.
And 9 points now for DeJesus. Purple Knights lead by 8, 52-44, 17 minutes to go. Joseph calling up the play. He takes the screen from Dare in the pick and roll. Drawn up, couldn't do it any better.
That was textbook perfect.
Purple Knights lead 52-46. Benjamin from the high post puts the ball on the ground for one dribble. Cobb sends it back out. A long three. Rims in and out. Benjamin brings it up. Or pardon, that's Joseph. And how about Manny Joseph? He says, I'll pull up for three. He hits it, and the Red Hawks back to within 3 points, 52-49.
That gives Manny Joseph 14 points on the day, so he's the second Red Hawks player that's in double digits.
Handoff pass to Joseph. Out and around to Trumbo. Now down to the short corner to Benjamin. Back up top to Jesus. Has to get rid of it. Sends it out. Joseph with the jump stop and the jump shot. That's no good. Gets his own board underneath. Back out to Jesus. Wide open for three, but he misses. Joseph looking up quick to Panabianco. He drives towards the baseline to the block. Back up top to Joseph. Fakes one way, the other way, and just sends it behind Quinn Carey.
Bridgeport basketball.
Out of bounds. Purple Knights with the ball and another timeout. 15:37 to go here in the game. Red Hawks back to within 3, 52-49. We'll be right back here on RWCSN.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what if I told you there's a decision? And I made one, you see. Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
Purple Knights bring it up here after the timeout. Again, Purple Knights with the 52-49 lead. 15.5 minutes here to go in the game. Passes in. Back up top and around. Joseph penetrates, hands it off to Benjamin, and out of bounds. Joseph got his hand in there to knock it away from Cobb before it goes out of bounds. 12 seconds will be on the shot clock. Bridgeport with the ball under its own basket. That's the pass into Benjamin. Benjamin, wide open at the block.
Kyle Benjamin.
I wonder if Benjamin actually even has to jump.
I doubt it. That's his second dunk of the game there. He's really showing his height.
Listed at 6'9".
Makes it look effortless.
Joseph with the jump shot. That's good.
Joseph.
How about that from Manny Joseph? He makes it look so easy. 16 points on the day. Redhawks with the takeaway and the steal. Didn't see who got their hand in there, but Panabianco's the one that comes away with it. Carey off the pass. Misses. Joseph quickly up across the midcourt. Passes up to Mayfield. That's the three-pointer, misses. Joseph misses on the lay-in. The putback draws the foul. Red Hawk foul.
Foul called on number 3, Quinn Carey.
Second team foul, and the first on Quinn Carey.
Team foul number 2.
Two shots coming up for Sam Joseph. Second shot is good as well. Purple Knights out to a 56-51 lead now, nearing 14 minutes to play. Passes up across the timeline. Dare dribbles, picks it up, back to Panabianco. Joseph drives, but distributes it back out, and Quinn Carey another one! Can you stop Quinn Carey? 23 points.
He is on fire.
Redhawks trail by 2, 56, 54, 13, 50 here to go. There's the shot by Mayfield that misses. And Purple Knights will keep it. Lofted pass into Sam Joseph. Joseph passes it to Mayfield, now on the near side to DeJesus. Cobb sends it out. Joseph drives towards the baseline, floats it up. Cobb with the rebound, count the basket and the foul.
Count the bucket. Foul called on number 5.
Kyle
on
Benjamin's
Jackson
height
for
again
personal.
coming into play.
Team foul
He tipped
number
that to
4.
his teammate.
And the foul is on Devon Jackson, his third, team third. Free throw is missed. Foul on the Purple Knights, Montana Mayfield.
Montana Mayfield, third personal.
His
Team
third
foul
and
number
team
3.
third.
Roberts basketball.
Darren Dixon coming back in for the Redhawks. He's going to be the inbounds passer underneath the basket.
Comes in for Devon Jackson, who had picked up his third prior to the free throw. Joseph sending his team up the floor. Passes up to Dixon, out of Panabianco. He has a screen from Darren, takes it. Thinks about the three, gets it down to Dare at the block. Benjamin is right on and may have gotten his hand on the shot. Mayfield looking up the floor. Passes to the far side. Joseph, nice bounce pass to Benjamin. Puts it in off the glass, but a Redhawks foul. Basket is good.
Foul called on
Fourth
number
team
3,
foul
Quinn
on the
Carey,
Redhawks,
second
and
team foul number 4.
the second on Quinn
Basket
Carey.
counts. Kyle Benjamin to the line to shoot 1.
One shot for Benjamin. Purple Knights on top, 60-54, pending the free throw. Free throw is good. 61-54, under 13 minutes to play now. Panabianco thinks about the three, though he's too far off. He drives, misses off the rim. Cobb quickly up the floor. Sends it back out to Jesus, thinks about the three, now penetrates. puts it up top to Joseph. Gets by one defender into the corner. Mayfield, that misses from 3. Loose ball. Dixon had it, but it was knocked out on his way back down to the floor. Dixon, for being so short, he has some ups. Joseph, how about that?
And Joseph on the drive.
Red Hawks trail 61-56. 12:15 here to play. Cobb out to Benjamin. Benjamin right back to Cobb. He drives baseline, floats it. That's no good. Carey had a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Pass in, and laying it in is Joseph. Panabianco almost loses it, but a foul on the Purple Knights. That's the 4th foul now on Mayfield. And the team 4th as well. And we'll have another timeout. 11:50 here to go in the game. Red Hawks trailing by 7. We'll be right back here on RWCSN.
Honey, I made you lunch.
That's my mom. Same lunch every day. No, that's perfect lunch.
Salvatores.com.
Panabianco with the ball. Foul is away from the ball. Offensive foul. Manny Joseph charged with it, his 3rd and the team 5th.
Joseph, 3rd personal, team foul number 5. Bridgeport basketball.
Saying Joseph was grabbing the jersey of his player, and Joseph saying, he was all up on me. DeJesus sends it back up. Trumbo around to Joseph. Now into the corner. Benjamin finds Trumbo in the middle of the paint, who misses. Panabianco, jump step. Spin around jumper, that's no good. And a foul on Benjamin. That's the Purple Knights 5th, the 4th for Benjamin.
4th personal, team foul number 5.
Substitution for the Purple Knights. Campbell comes in for Benjamin. And that's very good news for the Red Hawks. Gets Benjamin off the floor. Red Hawks trailing by 7, 63-56, 11:08 to go. Passes into Derek in the paint, and fouled with the basket.
Malik Dare.
Purple Knights' 6th foul now in the 3rd for DeJesus. One shot coming up for Dare. Dare misses. Red Hawks trail 63-58. 11 minutes to go. Pass to the far side to Joseph. Down into the corner. To the high post to Cobb. Cobb drives on the right side of the key. fadeaway spin. That's good.
Sharif Cobb.
Panabianco loses it. Nice tip from Cobb to Trumbo.
Devon Trumbo.
Purple Knights lead 67-58. 10 and a half minutes to go. Joseph up across midcourt. Passes to Dixon. Dixon over to Panabianco. Floating it into Dare. Almost loses it. He does. Out to Joseph in the paint. Jump shot. Fouled. 6-team foul for the Redhawks. And the first for Zach Panabianco.
On number 12, Zach
2 shots for Sam Joseph on the way.
Foul, number 6.
Second is good. Purple Knights lead again by 10, 68-58. 10-15 to go here in the game. Devon Jackson back in for Malik Dare.
Purple Knights are just racking up these fouls here.
Foul called on number 12, Zach Panabianco.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's going to be a Redhawks foul.
Panabianco lost the ball on 2 consecutive possessions now. And on 2 consecutive possessions, charged with a foul. Those are his first 2 fouls on the game. Redhawks substitution, Brandon Stevens back in. He'll come in for Zach Panabianco. 2 shots for, or pardon, a 1-and-1 for DeJesus. As the Knights are now in the bonus. 7-team fouls for the Redhawks. Front end is missed. Joseph up across midcourt. Drives in through the lane. That's good. Manny Joseph. Showing his athleticism, now 20 points on the game. Trumbo out to DeJesus. Back up top to Trumbo. Cobb is in the high post. Down into the corner. Campbell back up and around. Now they find the high post. Campbell travels, or pardon, Cobb travels. And the Redhawks will take over on the turnover. Purple Knights on top, 68-60, 9:40 to go. Passes into Dixon. Dixon hands it off to Joseph. Joseph up to Dixon. Dixon across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Pass is knocked out of bounds by Sam Joseph. Roberts Wesleyan ball, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Passes into Carey, quick shot, and that's good, Quinn Carey. Give him the ball every time. 26 points for Quinn Carey. Answering right back, Sam Joseph says, I can do that too. Purple Knights up top, 71-63, 9:05 to play. Joseph across the timeline. Dribbles to the far side. Gets rid of the ball and loses it. Sam Joseph up top. Trumbo into the corner to DeJesus. And DeJesus may have gotten away with the travel. He has the ball in the corner. Shot is missed. Trumbo with the board. Puts the ball on the hardwood and back up top. Trumbo will reset. Trumbo drives back out. Jesus. Jesus feeling good from beyond the arc now. 74 points for the Purple Knights with an 11-point lead over the Red Hawks, who have 63. DeJesus now with 12 points in the game, all from threes. Carey!
Wow.
And Sam Joseph puts his hands up saying, what more can I do? I was touching his jersey.
He definitely had his Wheaties before the game.
That's right. Purple Knights miss on the shot here. Joseph drives, drawing a foul. Red Hawks are now in the bonus. It was a shooting foul, though, so there will be 2 shots coming up.
Foul called on number 11, Mark Campbell.
That's the second foul on Mark Campbell, and we'll have another timeout. Red Hawks trailing by 8, 74-66, 7.5 minutes to go here on RWCSN.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what if I told you there's a decision? And I made one, you see. Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
Coming up next for the Red Hawks is next Wednesday, the 8th, against Queen College. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. That'll be the second game of a double feature. As the women's are in action, tip-off for 5 o'clock against Queen College. Tonight is the second game of a 4-game homestand for the Red Hawks. On Wednesday, they went to overtime against the University of the District of Columbia and lost that game. Here in a close one against Bridgeport tonight, as we mentioned, Queens on Wednesday the 8th. And then the last of those 4 games is on the 11th next weekend. 3 o'clock tip time against LIU Post.
Manny Joseph to line to shoot 2.
Joseph, 2 shots on the way. After the Mark Campbell foul. Second is good as well. Back to a 2-possession game, 74-68. Though we still have over 7 minutes to go. DeJesus back up top to Trumbo. DeJesus again. He lifts this one from 3. And DeJesus is really starting to heat up now as well. That's 5 threes for DeJesus today. Again, DeJesus, the 5th best 3-point shooter in the game for the conference, shooting 43.3% coming into the game today. Joseph out to Panabianco. He fakes. The jump shot from the corner is missed. Malik Dare almost had the rebound, but a foul on the Purple Knights. That's their 8th foul, and the first on Sharif Cobb.
1-1 at the line.
1-1.
Malik Dare.
Dare at the line. Substitution for the Purple Knights. I'll have to wait until after the first. That's Kyle Benjamin coming back in.
You know, without Kyle Benjamin on the floor, the Red Hawks, they had a noticeable height advantage. But now with him back on the floor, him standing at 6'9", they're going to have to pay attention to him again.
Dare misses the second. Purple Knights lead 77-69. Trumbo feeds to the high post to Cobb. Cobb pulls it out. Jump shot from the semicircle is good. Purple Knights back to a 10-point lead, 79-69. The Redhawks have come back to within 2, but they just can't seem to finally close that gap to tie the game back up. And the Purple Knights continuing to extend the lead back out to about 10 points before the Redhawks start bringing it back close again. So if history repeats itself, the Redhawks should be making a run here. Trumbo slowing it down. Down to Benjamin. Redhawks with a hand on it. Out across to Cobb. Now across to Jesus again. He dribbles and drives. Benjamin in the short corner. He very well could have shot that, but he sent it back out. There's a miss. DeJesus with it. There was 2 seconds on the shot clock, and now a fresh 30 seconds. 5:15 to go in the game. Redhawks trailing by 10, 79-69. Benjamin from the short corner drops that. 81-69 now. Purple Knights on top.
He has 17 points on the day. In the first half alone, he had half of the Purple Knights rebounds. He had 11 out of the 22. He's had a couple more here in the second half, so he's having a pretty good game himself.
Yeah, lucky for the Redhawks, he found himself in a little bit of foul trouble, which prevented him from being on the floor for a good portion of this second half.
Absolutely.
Dare brings it back to a 10-point game, 81-71, 4.5 minutes to go. Crowd starting to get into it here, rooting on their defense. DeJesus back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. A feed down to Benjamin at the block. Turnaround jumpers missed. Tip won't count, but the foul. 8th team foul against the Redhawks, the 3rd on Malik Dare. 2 shots coming up.
2 shots at 1.
Second is good. Purple Knights on top by 11, 82-71. Pass out to Panabianco. Fakes one way, drives, misses off the glass. And Purple Knights ball. You may have heard there head coach Mike Ruane telling his team, pace yourselves, eat up the clock. 4 minutes to play, and the Purple Knights with an 11-point lead. Benjamin into the corner, and this one gets away from him.
Out of bounds, Roberts basketball.
Ball out of bounds, Roberts Wesleyan ball. We'll take a timeout. 3:47 to go, Redhawks trailing by 11, it's 82-71.
Honey, I made you lunch.
That's my mom. Same lunch every day. No, that's perfect lunch.
Salvatores.com.
Well, the Redhawks were trying to stay in this game. They're down by 11 now with under 4 minutes to go. Redhawks did make a pretty decent comeback at the end of the last game to send it into overtime. Passes into Joseph. Passes across midcourt to Panabianco. Let's see if the Redhawks can find Carey. There's the screen from Jackson. Panabianco, he's open for three. That rims in and out. It's a nice shot from Panabianco and a good putback from Jackson. Now, I really like this lineup that the Redhawks have on the floor right now. And Darren Jackson as your bigs, and two great three-point shooters in Carey and Panabianco. And your distributor, and very good jump shot from inside the arc out of the hands of Manny Joseph. Sam Joseph knocks down a three.
The Redhawks have been playing pretty good zone defense, 2-3 defense the whole game, but the Purple Knights, they just keep hitting those threes.
Purple Knights on top, 85-73, 2:40 to play. Carey for three. This one does miss. And Carey has a bit of a smirk on his face after some sort of exchange with Sam Joseph. Back up top to Trumbo. And now Trumbo hits from three. So now out of nowhere, the Purple Knights are just lighting him up from beyond the arc. And it's pretty much just been DeJesus this whole game, and Roberts Wesleyan has to take a timeout here, now down by 15 points, 88-73. 2:03 to go. We'll step aside and be right back with more Roberts Wesleyan basketball here on RWCSN.
Every day there is a decision. One that can, of course, change the course of this destination we call our future. Decisions come from moments. And in those moments at Roberts Wesleyan College, we acknowledge a vision that works out to a better way to be living. But what if I told you there's a decision? And I made one, you see? Because I came to Roberts Wesleyan College, I found a better me.
So 2:03 here to go in the game. Redhawks trailing by 15 now. And the Purple Knights laying it on from beyond the arc. Every time the Redhawks score, the Purple Knights answer right back with a three. And it's not that the Redhawks are scoring. They've put up 73 points against this Bridgeport Purple Knights defense. Passes into Joseph. Joseph gets the screen from Dixon. Pass back to Dixon. He pulls up for three, misses. Sam Joseph penetrates, puts it off the glass. Fouled, basket is good.
Down the bucket.
Roberts' ninth team foul. It's Devon Jackson's fourth, and stops the clock with 1:39 to go. One shot on the way from the Purple Knights. Sam Joseph at the line. Shot is good. Redhawks substitution, Malik Dare is in for Devon Jackson. Joseph loses the ball, picks it back up. Back to Panabianco. Out to Carey. Carey for three. And Carey hits it.
Three-point bucket is good.
Redhawks still trail by 15, 91-76.
Quinn Carey, 32 points on the day, mostly from three-pointers.
This is two consecutive games that Quinn Carey has hit 7 3-pointers in the game.
Safe to say he's a legit threat.
2 shots and 1.
And Carey's still a young player, a sophomore. So the Redhawks definitely have something to build on here. And I've said it, you know, in multiple broadcasts that the Redhawks really don't suffer from athleticism. They have talent on the team. They just can't seem to finish a game. And a lot of it is to do with their second half play. Carey, a quick shot, that's no good. Went down as he shot it. But the Redhawks just can't seem to finish a game, and even with this one right now, you have 2 starters in a regular rotation out for the game in Isaiah Lewis and Tristan Brown, and they've been competitive here, though the score is 93-76. They've been in this game up until the last few minutes.
So Brandon Stevens is going to be checking back in for the Redhawks. Zach Panabianco, after a long game, he's going to go take a seat on the bench. 56 seconds left to play.
And the other thing for the Redhawks is they usually don't lose by a whole lot of points, and when they do lose, seem to have a hard time with time and clock management at the end of the game. And Carey misses this one. .30 seconds to play now. Trumbo and DeJesus playing a little pass, taking up as much time as they can. There's a spin. Basket is good. 16.8 seconds to go.
Devon Trumbo.
Purple Knights now with a 20-point lead, 96-76. Brandon Stevens misses that 3. Dixon with a good putback. Benjamin with the board. And that'll do it for the game. Final score 96-76.
That's ball game final score in this one.
Be sure to stay tuned. We'll have a post-game interview with you. Michelino will be with head coach Rob McCoy to break down today's 20-point loss, 96-76. We'll step aside, hopefully get some post-game stats in here, and come back with our post-game interview. Final score again, 96-76. We'll be right back here on RWCSN.
Sports have evolved over the years. Back then, our helmets were leather. Not everyone was encouraged to play. We only drank what they gave us. Our socks were high and our shorts were short. Our masks were terrifying. We wore fur. We searched for an edge. Sometimes that meant stickum. Other times, that meant voodoo. We went big, really big. It was business up front and party in the back. And we didn't have a nutrition plan.
That was then. This is now.
We're back here at the Voller Athletic Center with men's head coach Rob McCoy. So the game ended 96-76, a little bit of a tough here. You had 3 people that were out. You had Tristan, he was out to some kind of clear before the game. If I'm correct, he had a concussion, but he wasn't in practice, so he didn't play. Dwayne Roberts, he was out for an illness, and Isaiah Lewis, he hurt his knee for the last game. So that's 2 out of your 3, people that usually start. Did that affect your strategy going into the game today at all?
It changed what we had to do and how we had to approach some things. But we had to bring Manny up to try to take care of the basketball. I thought Manny did a pretty good job, handling the pressure and bringing it up. This was a game where I really don't think the score was as reflective as how hard we played and how close the game was. I thought it was a pretty close game. Almost most of the game, I think late, maybe the last 3-4 minutes, it kind of popped up to 12, 14, and then ended up being 20 because we're fouling, they're making free throws. And so
Absolutely.
I really felt like we were in the game for quite a while tonight. doing good things. They did make a run on the first half. They got up, you know, where we came down and went one-on-one 3 times in a row, and they came down and finished shots. But we also had Didier Antoine out today as well. So we had 4 guys that get minutes. So we were limited on the bench. We had 7 that we played. That's all, you know, and that's all we had.
Absolutely, completely understandable. Kyle Benjamin, the center for the other team, he's 6'9", and on the Roberts Wesleyan team, closest player height-wise is Malik Dare, 4 inches. Was that at all a concern of yours going into the game today? You know,
it wasn't that much. A lot of the things that Kyle got, you know, Kyle's as big as he is, he's thick, but he's not a real physical player. You know, he had about 3 or 4 dunks on dump-offs, which seemed to be physical, but he's not really pounding you low and try to get it. He's really more of a turnaround. He's got a nice touch for a big man. He can turn around and shoot that 10-footer, 8-footer, and he's got really nice form. And because he's big, he can't get up to defend him with our guys that are 6'5". But you know, so we thought we could match up okay with him inside if we, you know, we were more concerned with the guards because I didn't think their quickness. I didn't think we could really stay with them up top. That's why we went zone almost entirely the whole game. We tried to match up some in the second half. It worked for a while. Then they figured it out a little bit. And when they were getting blow-bys in the zone, then we were scrambling and they started hitting threes, and then it was pretty much done. Absolutely, completely understand. Well, I hope the people who are out right now that they can get healthy, and hopefully we can get them next time. Yeah, I think we're close. Isaiah, you know, he was a game-time decision today, but he still can't put a lot of weight on his knee from the injury against DC. Tristan still isn't cleared from the concussion. Oh, okay. So he's still not cleared, so he's still in the concussion protocol, but he's getting better every day. Okay. So, you know, he got on the bike, and so those are first steps to getting back to being able to come back and play. So we think we'll have him Wednesday. That'll make a big difference, huge difference for us, you know, as far as handling the ball and pace that we want to keep. And, you know, I was proud of the guys. They played hard. You know, we were just didn't have it, and we'll see what happens. We'll just keep plugging. Absolutely. They did play very hard today. As always, thank you so much for your time, Coach. Thank you.